Welcome everyone. Hopefully we're live. We've had technical difficulties again and again and again. I keep trying to use Streamlabs and it doesn't want to connect, and I lose the live stream every time. Anyway, we're shopping right now. We're just getting out of the vehicle and we're heading into the Outlet Collection at Niagara, which is a shopping complex. I'm on the wrong thing here, so that's why that doesn't want to work. We're just getting ourselves together, and then we're going to go and walk around and see what things are like out here. So thanks for joining, Jade and Sue and Georgia Bulldogs. Thanks for coming in. Yep, sorry about that trouble. I had it all set up, and we're learning as we go. So I don't know what to expect, but it's definitely busy enough. I just got to get a few things together. Jeremy, you want to take this for a second? I don't know. What do you want me to show? I'm here with my love, Kristen, my son, Jeremy, and Kira. So thank goodness we get to be a little bit outside, right? Some fresh air and exercise. This looks like a shopping mall, but it's not. It's actually outdoors. Jaden, I saw your comment on the other one saying you left a message. I'll have to look for that afterwards. There's everybody. Kristen, Jeremy, and Kira, of course. It's a little less hot than it has been the last few days as well. It's been unbelievably warm where we are in Niagara Falls.
Definitely not looking for attention.
One thing I do like about the Niagara Falls area, we're actually just outside of Niagara Falls right now, but because this place is on the outskirts.
Yeah, it's called Niagara on the Lake.
So Niagara on the Lake is the next town up from Niagara Falls north, and it's kind of almost on the border of a city called St. Catharines. But everywhere around here, people still have the niceties you'd expect from almost a small town, although it's not small at all. So it's one of the things I almost enjoy about living around here, is that people are still pleasant and friendly and things like that. Not everybody's in a rush and a panic the way they are in cities like Toronto, where I'm from. Me Bream, thanks for coming back in. In Q's World, thank you for joining. Semerilia blog, am I getting that right? I hope I'm pronouncing that kind of right, or close to it. That was great. The good thing about vlogging like this, when you're walking around with a gimbal and a camera facing it front, then everybody can't see when you trip and fall and things like that on the other side of the camera. So if you were to come here on a regular Saturday or Sunday, this parking lot would be absolutely packed. Sometimes you have a lot of trouble finding parking. We tend to go way out to the edge corners, just so that we don't even have to bother waiting for spots and stuff like that. It's better to just walk over here. Hopefully we get some copyright notices as well. This is one of the trademarks here. This is kind of like a landmark to let you kind of know where you are. Niagara is known as like the wine country of Canada. So at this particular outlet mall, they've got all these wine barrels with names of a lot of the wineries that are local here. Kind of a cool thing that they do. I got kicks. Thanks for coming in. Get a lot of kicks around here, or Crocs. So this is just a massive area for shopping. I don't know how much tourism comes through here. I'm sure there's a lot, but this is where all locals would.
You're looking on the ground to see where you can walk and where you can't.
Okay.
So
We have these. Kristen's pointing out something.
Yeah, see back there. There's arrows saying.
It's because of the more like enclosed spaces.
Yeah, like the exit is there. And then
You see, these are all over the ground to try to remind everybody about physical distancing. And sorry, Kristen, you were saying.
yeah, we just have to make sure that we're watching for arrows and stuff.
Oh, I see them. Yes, they want you walking. Well, I'll show those when we get a little bit closer. They are showing the direction so that everybody's walking one way, and then everybody still should be staying approximately 2 meters apart, 6 feet, 2 yards. And as I was saying, this place is huge. So there's a guest services desk right there. Of course, they give you all the information that you need if you need it. But there's tons of stores. You're going to recognize most of them. Since we're in Canada, and I know most of the people watching will not be from our area, you may see some shops and stores that are not familiar. Some of these are independent, but most of them are franchises. So I got kicks, well, like Reebok and Famous Footwear, Puma. Most of the big name stores that you know are here. Here's all the arrows on the ground that I'm talking about that show you the direction that they want everybody to walk. And then beside each store, they've got more so that you know where appropriately to do your physical distancing. Right before we got in the car, I found out that I lost my sunglasses. So I'm going to have to see if I can find a pair here somewhere today. There's really no question these days as to which stores are the most popular, because you're going to have lineups outside. Boathouse, Puma. I'm wearing Pumas right now. And then Nike. You said you wanted to get something here.
Bath and Body Works.
We're gonna go to Bath and Body Works for a moment at some point. There we are. American Eagle, Hot Topic. Can you take that for a second? Might be losing weight without knowing it. Aldo is popular, of course, not today, but it's possible that some of the stores are not open. They, I think, have been given the choice whether to open or not, but I'm not sure about that 100%. No, there's, a lot of people are not wearing masks. So we've been isolating, the four of us who are together have been isolating as much as anybody should over the last several months. And then, when we're together, it's family. So it is what it is. Ace Fla, thanks for coming in. New York Scratcher, thanks for coming in. I see you're watching, so thank you. Yeah, thank you for wishing us to stay safe. We always will. I haven't done the mask thing yet. I think Kristen has masks. Do you?
I can't wear masks.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. We're not, we're staying our 2 meters away from everybody. We're doing what we can about washing hands, washing keys, washing everything, hand sanitizers, like Kristen's saying, yeah. Here, it seems that people are actually still following the social distancing, with the exception of groups that are together. So I guess the mentality, similar to us walking around right now, is like, oh, well, we're all together, we're okay. So, I mean, everybody's got to make the decisions that they want for themselves, of course, right? If I lose any of the audio in the stream, I'll assume that it's for copyright. Jeff's here, so thanks for coming in. Thailand Obsession, thanks for coming in as well. I tend to be quite far behind. Under Armour shoe store. Under Armour must be here, right?
Yeah, it's back there.
I think we walked by it already.
Yep.
Tangier Outlet Mall? I don't think so. Ace Fla. This is
Tangiers is by Alliston.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, that is, Kristen's pointing out, yes, it is by Alliston, which is a few hours north of where we are right now. 2.5 hours probably, maybe even 3.
About 2.
Everyday Life with Kelly Girls, thanks for coming in. Michael's Adventures, thank you for
I'm gonna go in here.
coming in as well. So Kristen's going to go in Bath and Body Works. There's a line up there. There's a line up here.
Oh.
Hold on, there's a line.
Yes.
That's some lineup, but who doesn't love Bath and Body Works? So we're not going to go in because it's not necessary. Kristen will do whatever shopping she wants to do, but I don't need to go in there right now. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. You can see the size of this place. We've only gone through half so far. So it's a quick walk because it is outdoors, so we're going in between the sets of stores. There's another hall over there where you see the Gap and Lacoste. We'll go over there afterwards. There's a food court is right there with the slanted roof building there. We could go in Saks off 5th and play Guess the Price. So I see they do have tables outside. We're expecting to eat. Whether we'll do it here or not, I don't know. But you can see that they've got tables. So what's happened here this week is our area in Ontario, with the exception of Toronto and Mississauga, which is kind of right beside it, everybody else can have restaurants open for dining as long as it's outdoors on a patio. You are allowed to have those umbrellas for sun. And a lot of them have been doing takeout up until now. Yeah, it is really nice weather. I got kicks. It's just, I guess the sky's getting a little more blue here, but for the most part, it's kind of cloudy, hot, humid, like you wouldn't believe. There's a little bit of a breeze, so it's not quite as awful as it has been the last few days. My understanding, it might be 31 degrees right now, something like that, but we've had great weather for a week straight, not a drop of rain. We're expecting it tonight though, so apparently there's going to be thunderstorms, so we'll see. We're just hanging out now while Kristen is going to Bath and Body Works.
She did say that we can walk shop or whatever.
Yeah, we won't go far. So they've got these common areas taped off. I guess they just don't want everybody even going there. They did put the stickers on the floor, on the ground, to tell you to social distance, but truth is nobody really needs to be in that particular couple of square feet. So humid in Atlanta, Georgia. You know what? Georgia Bulldogs actually have family in Atlanta. I got an uncle and aunt that lived there. I went there, I think did I go to Atlanta? No, I've never been to Atlanta. They moved. They used to live in Florida. I went there when I was 18 years old, so it's a long time. That's Siri. Hi, Siri. OTC, thanks for coming in. The lineups here, they look really, really long, and I don't know what to expect here in this particular place. But when we go to other places and there's lineups, it's usually not that long, because a lot of the stores and things like that have a limited number of people inside, and so they get through the lineups fairly quickly. So we're just kind of chilling and walking around slowly right now while Kristen is doing her thing. But we might think about coming and eating almost right away. Do we want to just grab that table right now?
There might be people inside that are waiting for their food.
Oh, well, maybe, yeah. When it's time for us to go, we'll grab whatever table we can find, and then the rest of us will go in and get the food. Somebody will stay, I'll stay or whatever. But we're just casually walking around now. Now, if I was to guess, I think that's a fireplace. I don't usually spend a lot of time over here, so I can't be 100% sure, but that's what it looks like. We'll just take a look down this hall, but we're not going to go too far right now. You can see there's Under Armour right there. We thought we passed it, but it's actually right there. So we'll be passing that in a little while. We haven't decided yet whether we're going to eat first or just keep walking and eat after. Arizona Insider, great to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I got monetized this week. So, yeah, the ads are running. Hopefully everybody's enjoying that. I know how much everybody loves sitting and waiting for advertisements when you want to watch something. But I do appreciate it when you come in, if you are able to let the ads run. So, Thailand Obsessions. I'm using a gimbal. The one that I'm using is by a company called IQ Motion, which I'm sure is just a brand that's been slapped on something they got off Alibaba or whatever. It's a very simple gimbal, but it works just fine. I'm actually filming on a iPhone SE, not the new one, the original one from like 4 or 5 years ago, but it does shoot 4K 30. Of course, we're not streaming in 4K right now. But the gimbal is very simple. It's $100 Canadian, so probably 70 US or so. It's very basic. It's got a joystick on it so that I can move up and down or side to side like this. And then mine came with an extension rod that turns into a tripod as well. So I like it. There's a link in the description. Now the link, of course, is not going to go to the exact one because Amazon doesn't seem to have it. I think it's a Best Buy exclusive. That's where I got it. But the what I'm hoping is that the Amazon link that I've put in the description of all my videos now will have a it may actually, now that I think of it, it might not be in the description of this because I had to start over. It's in the description of my last few live streams, but hopefully it will direct you to a similar gimbal. And anyway, this thing is, it does what I want. The app that comes with it does have face tracking and this and that, so when you're recording, you can't use it when you're live streaming, but when you're recording, you can absolutely walk around and the camera will keep you centered, which is great. You can center it on objects or faces. Such a hard time reading. Oh, LinkedIn? Jaden, I happen to use LinkedIn. I probably need to update that. I haven't updated in a long time. I just happen to use that one. I tend to sign up for all the social networks, or most of them anyway. It's usually just so I can grab my name. But LinkedIn is free. Anybody can join it, and it's similar to, what's it called? Facebook and this and that. A little more business-minded. I find it to be just a place to embellish your resume is basically what it seems to be. In Q's World, you have premium. Yeah, I have premium as well. So for those of you who have wondered what a premium membership is to YouTube, so you get a few benefits. They have a music app that lets you continue listening even when you put it in the background. YouTube can keep playing in the background, this and that, but you don't see ads anymore. But what they do is they give a tiny portion of the revenue that comes in from the premium membership to the creators anyway. So I don't know whether there's much of a difference as to whether you would make more by having person watch an ad or if you get more from premium, but I don't think it matters. It's probably within pennies anyway. But this way they're guaranteed. So I have premium on several accounts, and you can have a family plan that lets you add, I think, 5 accounts or 6 in the same household. So I've got a few now, and what that allows, I can watch YouTube without ads, but the creators still make their couple of pennies. News just happened. Toronto Peel Region will be allowed to enter stage 2 this Wednesday. Oh, so only a couple days from now. Toronto and the area will be same as that of Niagara where we are right now. It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey. Maybe that's what Kristen's doing in Bath and Body Works. Is getting gifts. I don't know. I forget. Oh, she's getting hand sanitizer. You know what they have here? I forgot. That's what she told me. We have those little hand sanitizers that we keep like either in our pocket or in the car and stuff like that. And it's like 10 for $6 or something like that, Canadian, which would be about $4.25 US, something like that. That's what she's getting. Yep, Jaden, you'll be in Tuber chat later today. That'll be about 6 hours from now. I'm going live on my other channel where we help people with, let's say, channels that have less than 10,000 subscribers move a little bit farther, get some more friends, family members, and we talk about watch hours and all the YouTube related stuff. Mr. Joshi? Oh yeah, no, Kristen's here. She's in one of the stores. She's in Bath and Body Works right now, getting something. They have a sale on hand sanitizer right now, just those little bottles. I don't know if she's getting anything else. Not sure what you mean, NQ's World. I didn't know that I run ads under a whole separate account. Not sure what you mean, but yeah, that premium membership. So I started it with Tuber Chat, but then I decided to add it as a family plan. So now it contains my Kevin Kaye account and then Kristen and Kira, because we do actually live together. So what's right is right. PA, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Jeff went live yesterday for 12 and a half hours. That was his record. It's his longest live stream. Thanks, PA. Yeah, we're all doing great. Yeah, we're chilling right now. So we're just waiting because Kristen just went into a store, but she's already in there. So she'll be out in another minute, and then we'll continue walking around where we are. We may go, I don't know if we're going to eat right now and then continue walking around, or if we're going to walk through the whole place and then eat. We'll see. If everybody's hungry, we'll just eat now. Oh, is that a Beaver Tails place, Kira? Is that Beaver Tails over there? Jeremy went running over there. I don't know what he's doing, but that's okay. Maybe we'll just go and look, and we'll see if that is. I don't expect it to be open. I don't see anybody over there. Beaver Tails is something, I don't know if they have this outside of Canada, because, you know, beavers are a big deal when it comes to Canada, let's just say. And one of the things that we have that's like a treat that you will find in a lot of places similar to candy apples or cotton candy and things like that, is called beaver tails. We had them at the CNE, which is called the Canadian National Exhibition, which is somewhat of a fair. They have rides, they have vendors from all over and this and that come. But these beaver tails, it's a pastry. They cover it with frosting, and then there's candy and other things that they can put on that. I'm just walking that way to see if it's open. I don't know whether we'll bother with it. I certainly won't now because I want to eat something substantial first. But it looks like it is open, as a matter of fact. We didn't know what to expect coming here. What would be open? So it is actually. Look at this. They've made their whole shop out of a shipping container. That's trendy. So here we go. We might come and have to look at these. I'll give you guys a look at the sign, because I don't know whether we'll get them or not today. If everybody wants them, we'll get them. But look at these things that they have. Like I said, it's a pastry, and then they put stuff on there. I think I don't know if I had the, hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm just looking for now. I'm live on YouTube right now. You want to say hello or no? There we go. I'm glad to see that you're open. We might come by after. We might eat lunch and then come and see. I'm sure everybody's going to want it. And then we can see the different flavors, like I said. I can't remember what I had last time, if it was Bananarama or the Reese one. But they got lots of different ones. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Oh, I didn't mean to. I thought that was the two of you behind me. I was holding a couple people up there. I didn't mean to do that. She's got to be close to being done by now. What is Tuber Chat about, Jaden? I don't know what you mean by that, because I know you're there every day, and I do appreciate it. Hopefully today will help you get some more subscribers if you're there. I gotta try to catch just an inch of shade here so I can read. Didn't know the information explained about the premium accounts, private tab, and run monetized channels under that. So I was saying, oh, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Georgia Bulldogs. I appreciate everything you've done. By the way, I did see the, I know you know, but I did see the video that you made for Tuber Chat, so thank you very much for that. I left comments with both accounts, but that was very generous of you to do something like that. For those of you who haven't seen that on the Tuber Chat channel, Georgia Bulldogs made a 3-minute video just for Tuber Chat talking about it, so I appreciate that. I think that's, if I was to guess, I think that's Jaden trying to help me out, giving a excuse to talk about Tuber Chat a little bit, so that's okay. Thank you for that, and thanks, Mr. Joshi. Jaden Sue's there, probably every stream. So I appreciate that. As we grow and follow more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, whether it's here on my other channel or anywhere else. I'm assuming that Kristen must have made it in by now. Thought she made it in a while ago. I don't know how quickly things can move in there, because after you get into a store, you probably have lineups within as well. I'm sure she'll be out in a minute. Kira and Jeremy are having the time of their life. Hopefully Ace will make a video soon. That'll be great. Starving for sweets. Yeah, no doubt. Those beaver tails are out of control. You know, people who love them, love them. I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest with you. Oh, thank you, Michael's Adventures. Yeah, I'm making sure that I'm running all of your stuff. I mean, I've stopped now because I'm out. But when I'm back, I will continue running. I forget which account I started with, but I will make sure that I run all of your playlists with both accounts. Michael Hill over here, very similar to Michael Kors. Oh, there's Kristen. You should come in the chat. Did you get what you were hoping for? Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
Love you.
I love you. Oh, you got big hand sanitizers.
No, that's soaps.
Oh.
So we have 6 months worth of soap. And then I have 12 sanitizers.
That's one thing that Kristen is very good at, is making sure that the household, when things go on sale, she'll buy enough to last 4 months at a time. Mm-hmm. So, like, for instance, when all of the world disarray started not too long ago and everybody was in a panic over toilet paper and stuff like that, we didn't have to worry because she already had enough. Did you, are you hungry?
Yeah.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll eat. Oh, you're not? You're not? Oh, you still eat anyway. No? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know they have beaver tails right there. We went over there and we're looking at it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know if it would be open or not.
It is,
but,
yeah.
Are all the food trucks open?
I don't know. There's another thing over there that's got juice. We didn't go look at that. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's got juice.
Yeah, they have the Carmen Chameleon open. Maybe.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
No. What is that?
It's food truck.
Oh, of what though?
Different stuff.
Oh. I thought it was like a juice thing. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe we'll go and have a look. But do you want to eat here? Like, we'll get a table and eat here, and then somebody can go in and get food. I'll wait, but if you don't mind going in and getting food for me. Oh, is this, oh, it's one specific place. That's not the food court.
No, the food court's closed already.
It is, eh? Okay. I didn't figure.
Oh, maybe it's open. There's people coming out.
We'll see. See, we didn't know what to expect, right? You just don't know what's going to be open and what's not. So, yeah, they got seating, but they only want it for their people, which is kind of understandable, right? This is all blocked off because they don't want anybody sitting here. I wonder what we can do, though.
But right now here, they're 2 for $46 for the 3 wick.
I think I was buffering, so I don't know if she heard any of that. Kristen, go ahead, just repeat it.
So the Canadian stores and the U.S. stores are different, but the 3 wick candles are on sale. I think they're 2 for $44.50.
What do we think we want to do here? Because we got to figure out how we're going to sit and eat. Do we want to eat here, or do we want to just go somewhere else?
Why don't we just go somewhere?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody likes. You want these things though? Beaver tails, or you want to? You guys feel like that, or you guys?
I think I would prefer like actual.
Yeah, I want
rather
food.
than something sweet.
I like food before it, but if we leave now, we won't have it.
I think he's
Really, eh? Oh, all right. That's a first. I would have lost
It's
money
too
if I bet on that.
A beaver tail right now.
We're skipping out on the beaver tails.
I know, and I love beaver tails.
The truth is, they're here. Of course, we can come and get it anytime we want, but it's something that you just don't think about, right?
Oh, there's the Under Armour.
Yeah. We walked over here earlier and had a quick look while you were in the store. So there's Under Armour. Of course, there's a line up there.
Bet Kate Spade misses me.
Tuh, probably.
And Michael Kors.
Yeah, we do live in Niagara Falls, but on the Canadian side, so things are a little bit different. Here, we got a Canadian store right there. I haven't even seen that before.
In Canada?
Yeah. They got face masks in there. Lots. A different variety that they have here. Something else, eh? Oh, Kate Spade. They not open, or is nobody in there? Maybe they didn't open.
Yeah, no,
Oh, they're open, yeah. There's no lineup today. Lululemon, of course, lined up like crazy.
I'm not a fan of Lululemon though.
I don't know if it's just they got popular because of those pants, or if there's more to it than that.
Lots of yoga wear.
Yeah, Mr. Joshi knows what beaver tails are. I didn't know that they had them here because we're used to seeing those at the CNE or like Wonderland, places like that. I don't even know if Wonderland has them. Probably, right?
Yes, they did. We found them too late after we had already eaten.
Well, it must have been after the funnel cakes and everything else, yeah. Canada's Wonderland, of course, is the biggest theme park in Canada, and it's only 2 hours away from Niagara.
And we have seasons passes for it, but
Yeah,
we can't go.
well, Kristen got season passes for herself and Kira for now, and I was thinking about getting season passes for myself and Jeremy, and I just procrastinated. So the idea is now, because they're not open, that those season passes will be valid for 1 more year, which is great, because if they do manage to get open in any way this year, we'll be able to go and still go next year. And what did they cost? A little bit less than $100, no?
It's $75.
$75 Canadian.
But you go twice, and you've already used up the value. Like you've
Of
already
course,
made
yeah.
made it worth it.
2 visits makes the season pass worth it. Plus, if you buy it at the right time the year before, you actually get, if you didn't already have a season pass, you get unlimited visits for the rest of that year and the full next year. So they do a good job. That place has changed hands a few times. Oh, there we go with our battery warning. So I'm going to see if I can save this now. Thank you. I can get this together here.
I'm gonna hold this.
For a second, thank you. Yeah. I got to pull my phone slightly out from the gimbal to get the charger connected. Thank you. Good. Jeremy, can you hold the phone for a second here? He wants to twist on it. Well, you try to hold it as solid as you can. Here. Is this going to do this again? Why? And I've lost something.
If you reverse it and have it hang
Okay,
inside.
maybe we're still there. I hope so. Thank you. Come on now. Oh, it does that because it's overweight. On this, sorry, thank you. On this, thank you. I don't know if this will work. Sorry everybody, I'm just trying to get my stuff together. I had to use I got my battery warning. I don't want to lose the stream. Oh no, please. There we go. Often in streams like this, you'll hear me talk to things like my phone and the battery as if they can hear me. Oh, season passes to a theme park called Canada's Wonderland is what we were talking about. It's the largest theme park in Canada, but it's only 2 hours from where we are. I've been off the news for a few days, so I don't know what they've talked about as far as what's opening and what's not. So we've pretty much walked all the way through here. This is the outlet collection at Niagara, it's called. All these are meant to be outlet stores, and we're close enough to Niagara. We're in the Niagara area.
Yeah. Niagara region.
Niagara region, yeah. There's some more of those wine barrels that they have here. Their signature landmark, I guess.
This wine country, all the wineries are in Niagara Lake.
That's right. And then all the, they have all different local wineries listed on those barrels with their logos and things. We survived a trip to the outlet collection without going to the lint store. Yeah. Why, you want to go there?
No. It's my favorite. They have no sugar added chocolate there.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
Delicious.
Marine Land is nice too. So Marine Land, I don't know, it's got its issues. Everybody is, there's all this controversy over treatment of animals over there. I haven't followed enough to have an opinion that I can really share. But the original owner of the place has passed away. So I wonder if the reputation and all the trouble will
Kira, do you want water?
the story, so Kira's reminding me, but the story is they may not be able to add any new sea creatures of any kind. They got everything there, whales, dolphins, all that stuff. Not that I've been for a long time, but I don't know the truth about what their future holds. You need thing? Oh.
Oh, there's water in the car here. It'll be warm though. Yeah. That's great. I think I'm just really dehydrated. Yeah.
Where do we think we want to eat then?
does it need room on the patio? Or should we call Victoria Garden?
Oh, Secret Garden.
Secret Garden.
Ken, yeah, we have parking pass. You have your parking pass on you?
Yep.
We could try. We're gonna see. Hopefully, my battery will hold out, but we're gonna see about going to eat by the Niagara Falls.
Oh, my parking pass isn't valid on meters.
But even if we parked as close as we could and walked over, no?
Yeah, that's 25 minutes long.
Is it that far? Oh, it's okay. Farther than I thought. Maybe we won't go there. What's simple around here that's got tables outside? A lot of restaurants, have picnic tables outside and this and that. Or, I know what we could do. Do you want to do what I was talking about? We can get food and take it to the park where we were walking around the other day. They have all those picnic tables.
Yeah.
Or somewhere like that. We're going to see what we can do to keep it going and try to give you something else nice to look at. We went just for a walk, Kristen, Kira, and I, the other day at a park close to our place, and it was nice enough. They have a lot of picnic tables and this and that, and it's right on the lake. It's right by Niagara Falls, so might be an idea to go there now.
I'm just straight ahead. Are you still on?
Yep. Change your phone. Could you change your phone in your car while you live stream? Oh, charge your phone. Yes, I actually have, so I didn't show it. I've got one of those power bank things, shotgun. I've got this battery thing connected here. So this should be holding the phone together. But as well, what we're gonna do is charge the battery from the car, and then the phone will continue charging from the battery at the same time. And I have a second phone on me for the purpose of chatting. So I got this that we plug in here, upside down. And that plugs into the battery. I am trying to hold this while I do it, but that plugs into the battery. Out of the battery, there are 2 ports that can charge the phones. So, simple enough. See what we can do so I can keep this going as long as I can. Pardon me.
It is locked.
Seems it, yeah. Hold it for 1 second while I get my belt on. There we go. We'll take a drive now. Tell you guys what I've found for the longest time is when live streaming. So my friend Jeff Lepard that was in the chat, I work with him several days a week, and when we work outdoors. When we're working, he'll often do live streams to show what we're doing. When we get into the truck and drive, we lose half of the crowd. So if you're thinking about live streaming your drives, it may not be the best content. But this will be somewhat interesting because, We have the Niagara Escarpment, you have the scenery and stuff like that, but we're gonna head over a bridge on our way back through Niagara Falls that Kristen tells me is the,
Nope, that's back there.
oh, the one with the curves back there?
Yeah, the Garden City
Oh,
Skyway
we don't-
Bridge is back there.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
towards St. Catharines.
But we are gonna go over this bridge, right?
There's no bridges.
Oh, all right.
There's an overpass.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking
But
of, yeah.
we don't afford to get onto the highway.
Kristen's lived here, how many years is it again? You say it every time, and
I moved here in 1995.
so 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only been here for 4 years. I
So
have still a
where-
lot to learn.
Where am I driving to for lunch?
I don't know. Do you feel like subs you were talking
Yeah.
about? That we'll
We can do Subway.
maybe we'll get Subway because it's the last thing close to where we're expecting to go. See, the gravity plays havoc with the gimbal. And Michael Adventure said, I like road trips too. I was very fortunate for many years. I was a DJ for my whole adult life up until just a few years ago. And for a brief couple of years, I was able to play a lot of dates in the United States. Probably 500 tour dates, probably 150 to 200 trips. No flights, just driving. So always in the Northeast. But I did enjoy that time.
That's Niagara College.
Kristen's just pointing out Niagara College here beside us. Oh, there's the sign.
Yeah, science. Truck is just covering it.
I will plug this one in.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting it's Monday. I always say the weekend. What I mean by the weekend is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because that's when I'm home. And then Jaden is asking, how do I find the Tuber Chat list? So on Twitter, when you go to twitter.com/tuberchat, there is an area on a website. It has 3 dots, but there'll be somewhere where you can find lists, and there's 2 lists there. One of them is Tuber Chat stars, and that is people who have tweeted or retweeted for Tuber Chat. It's just something I wanted to make as a little bit of a thank you for the people who have done that for us, but as well, it is something where they are generous creators in the fact that they're willing to tweet or retweet for others. Not everybody is willing to, right? So I wanted to make a list so that everybody could find them easily, and then hopefully they will gain some more Twitter followers because of it. Looks like when you're just entering Niagara Falls from the Toronto side. This area here doesn't look much different than, than Niagara Falls. It's just a little bit more, 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 a lit you know, most other cities, just driving down the highway. But we've only got to go for a couple of exits. Maybe one of these days. I mean, we should go to Niagara on the Lake and walk around, because that's just a unique place to look at no matter what anyway.
It's right on the lake and it's gorgeous. Lots of places to sit.
Lots of restaurants, lots of unique shops, things like that. And but as well, we could drive around there and see some of the wine country, like all the wineries are out there. It's interesting to see because they have beautiful properties. I wonder if Kira and Jeremy are bored out of their mind.
What?
Luckily, we're in the air conditioning car now, but it is. Jaden, you are on the Twitter list. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure I put you on there already. I'll double check though. If you want tonight, just remind me while we're in Tuber Chat live stream, and I'll, if I haven't already done it, I'll do it right there and show everybody how Twitter lists work.
Actually, I'm gonna do something a little different, Lover, if you don't mind. Because there's construction past McLeod on the highway, and it often gets backed up, and we don't want to be stuck there. I'm gonna take this to exit to the falls, and take that. That way, we're not hitting the construction by marine land.
Yeah, you're gonna drive right by the falls then. Yeah. So Kristen had a good idea. She's actually gonna drive us right by the Niagara Falls right now. So I've done a couple of live streams from Niagara Falls. One of them, the most recent one I did last week, was just walking around some of the tourist area. And then I've done a couple. One of them I went just to Niagara Falls and hung out down like right by the falls. And then there was another one that I did where I did a small amount of the tourist area. But anyway, those are all on my channel. They're all in a playlist called Niagara Falls or something like that now. So if you wanted to see them, you could. And they're nice to see. But for today, we'll just drive right by. You'll get barely a look at the falls, but it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. So it is wonderful to look at. We like to do things on Friday and Monday because it's such a big tourist destination that on Friday and Saturday it tends to be very, very busy. I'm going to see if I can catch a little bit of the Niagara skyline for you. Maybe not yet. That's okay. Lots of trees and things blocking our view of the Niagara skyline, but we'll catch it in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaden, I thought you were on the Twitter list. We'll have a look tonight, and I can do it while we're on in the Tuber Chat live stream then.
This is fun going from 100 to 60. The station is right there, so you always want to make sure there's lots of speed traps.
Yeah, no doubt.
In this area, but you will be able to start to see that skyline a bit.
Oh, here we go. Yes. There's some of the beautiful Niagara Falls. In the distance on the left there, you can see that tall, round tower. It's called the Skyline Tower, and I love talking about it. That's somewhere they have a restaurant at the top of the tower. It's similar to something like the CN Tower in Toronto or Seattle Space Needle. And it has a revolving restaurant on the top. And I think it takes 90 minutes. I keep saying that. Yeah, about 90 minutes to go all the way around. But we went there for a New Year's Eve, and they did a spectacular job. And there's lots of hotels over there too. If you haven't already, I hope everybody will give us a thumbs up. It really helps. I know if you're on a phone, you've got to turn the chat off to give the thumbs up, then turn it back on. It only takes a second. You don't lose your place, but I will appreciate it if you can. And then if you have the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab if you have one, or on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else you can think of, then I'll appreciate that also.
So going this way, if you're in this lane, you go to the falls. If you're in the left lane, it takes you to the Rainbow Bridge to go to the USA.
Yeah.
You can tell it's summer. Construction, construction, construction.
Oh yeah, construction everywhere. I don't know how to get any kind of a battery display while I'm live. I just can't tell how we're doing.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So you see a lot of things around here. We just passed the casino, but there's Hard Rock Cafe.
The Hershey store.
Where'd the Hershey store go? It
It's
was back
back
there?
there.
Oh, cause see, I keep thinking it's here,
Mm-mm.
where the rainforest is, but it's not. It's back there.
The sign for it's right here.
And then up this street, if I can give you a little bit of a look, is you're not going to see much, I guess, today. This is where I was for the first Niagara Falls live stream that I did about a month ago. So you can see that, and it was good weather on my channel. I was just by myself walking around down here. That's called Clifton Hill, and that's where a lot of the attractions and restaurants and things all are condensed onto one street. And then there's a bigger tourist area that branches out into the other streets. But I did go walking down there and came down to the falls. So it's a chance to get a bit of a look at it. Trying to go to different places every time I go so that everybody can see different things before I loop back around and do them all. Thinking about doing a channel just for Niagara Falls where I review restaurants and hotels and attractions in a little bit more detail.
We were hanging out with Mr. Joshi right around here.
That's true. Mr. Joshi came down to Niagara Falls with his family a couple of weeks ago and was hanging out, and we filmed some video clips that I hope to have in some future videos soon enough. So I know you can't see very well, but that's the American Niagara Falls that we just passed. And the Canadian one is off in the distance towards almost the right there.
You actually get a pretty decent view of it.
We do from the car, but it doesn't look as spectacular, I find, from the thing. So maybe you can see the Canadian Horseshoe Falls over there. Oh, here's the American. You can see a little bit more of that. There's the falls right there. Kristen did a video where she showed her drive to work, which is the opposite of the way we're going right now. This is our way closer to home, but she did a drive where you can see what it's like to drive by this in gorgeous weather, and she gets to do that just about every day when she's working. Happy Jer, thanks for coming in. Thank you, Jaden, for retweeting today. Always good. I'm so happy I managed to catch your live stream on your other channel, Happy Jer. I got your message. So your message came in for me at about 6 a.m. and sometimes I'm up almost that early, usually never at 6, but about 6:37 sometimes. Oh, I just missed it.
Yeah, that's where we need to go.
Oh, do you want to go now? If you want to park somewhere, we can go there right now.
Yeah. Did it look like it was open?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there's people sitting out there, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, maybe
Almost for sure. Is there another lot closer to
Yeah,
there?
it's right there.
Oh, so we'll just park here. We changed our mind. So we are going to be able to eat right here by the falls. And if there's any luck, maybe I can give you a look at the falls at the same time. Or at least you'll see it behind us. Happy Jer, yeah, I was saying anyway. So you... yeah, I saw your cousin over there. I couldn't believe that. So I only have not even 10 accounts right now that are all logged in like at once, but I do like, or at least I did this time, like with all of those. I mean, 10, when you've already got 150, it's not like it's helping that much, but I did it anyway. But I hope to make some more accounts very soon. I know I was telling you that I want to have like 30 or something like that, and then I'll be able to use those as well. But yeah, it was just early. I'm always upset because I miss some of your live streams just because it's too early for me. Because not only do I have to get up, but I got to get like onto the computer and this and that, and I tend to shut my computer down every night and this and that. Yeah, 140 accounts one guy has, and he just goes in and hammers. It's funny because, so I saw it today and I saw like, I don't know if it was 137 thumbs down or something like that, but over time it was going down a little bit. So it was down to about 128 or something.
Does YouTube
the last I noticed.
it, or?
I think YouTube must purge a little bit of it because they're all either fake or inactive accounts.
Yeah.
It's just too bad that somebody can get away with that kind of nonsense at all. Happy Jer, by the way, for everybody, is our friend from Happy Lux. He's become a great friend to me and somebody who's really done a lot for myself and my other channels, not to mention even now for Kristen, even Kira, if she's gone into his live streams as well. But so hopefully everybody will follow Happy Jer, which is his second channel that he's built for the purpose of helping us all grow even more. Similar to Tuber Chat, but much more rapid paced and in a different style. But you'll find me in there all the time. Happy Lux and Happy Jer have been responsible for me gaining hundreds of subscribers, both for myself and for Tuber Chat over the last many months. Are you guys starving like Marvin by now?
Should be.
This is a place called Table Rock. They have, I'm still learning about it, Kristen tells me about it, but it has restaurants and a little bit of shopping and stuff like that in there. This is where I ended up the other day, my live stream. I forgot to get sunglasses while we were at the thing, but it doesn't matter. I don't really need them. That's okay. No, the parking is not free. So what does it cost? Do you know, Kristen?
So
not our passes, but what parking actually costs.
I think it's $20 or $25 right now, but we have
these passes. Let me get, there it is. And the pass allows you to, you go ahead and tell Kristen if you don't mind.
It's an annual parking pass for certain parking lots with the Niagara Parks Commission. So that includes lots in Niagara Falls and some in Niagara on the lake. So we park for $75 for a year.
Which is
fantastic.
Well, wicked.
Yes.
And here we are again. Can we follow the sidewalk or no?
I don't think we can.
Okay.
So we just go here and around.
Should we laminate those passes? Because it looks...
Just the temporary, and then we have our big ones at home.
Oh.
I have one in my camera bag, and the one on the fridge is for you.
Oh,
for the
okay.
truck. And it gives you the list of the parking lots that we can park in.
Right.
Which will be perfect for parking when we want to do the fireworks.
That's true. Yeah,
And
they
I'm expecting that to happen in
Oh, fireworks are going to start soon. So we haven't had fireworks for, I guess, this year yet, right?
Yeah.
But Niagara Falls does fireworks several times a week. It seemed last year that they had them every day, but it depends. They're sponsored.
Walk on the grass? Then we have a crossing.
Oh, I don't want to walk on curve like this. Drives me bananas. When it's slanted like that, I have to do that when we work sometimes. And if you hang out with me on enough live streams, you'll hear me complain about a variety of subjects. Do we want to walk around here all the way? Work up that appetite. So here we are, we're closer to Niagara Falls now. We changed our plan. That was a good idea. I don't know if Kristen intended that or not, but she wanted to drive this way, and we were going to go a little bit farther and just go eat at a park, pick up some Subway or something and eat at a park down that way, which is the opposite direction of the Niagara Falls. Still be by the water. But we'll, as we drove by, Kristen noticed it looked like that restaurant was open. I hope I'm right now that we're going to walk all the way over there. And then we'll eat over there. One day not too long ago, the weather was so amazing that there was rainbows in the falls. It looked like they were following me around. Kristen says that she's expecting the fireworks to start soon. I can't be sure, but maybe within the next week or two if we're lucky. If I understood right. These are the Horseshoe Falls. It's Canadian Falls. It's very, very misty today. And the sheer force of that water never ceases to amaze me. Since it's not a weekend, it's not too bad down here as far as like being busy and stuff like that. There's lots of people out, but people are able for the most part to continue physical distancing and this and that. Ice cream? So if we walk all that way and find that the restaurant's not open, we can come and get an ice cream and a bag of chips then.
Yeah.
So it's a weird looking sky because there's so many clouds. We're expecting thunderstorms late tonight. But we're not seeing any rainbows right now. Sometimes you see them in the falls. That boat right out there in the middle.
Yep, that's Hornblower Cruises.
Hornblower Cruises, Kristen is telling me. I wasn't expecting them to be out already.
You could be testing the boats though.
Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe they are testing. That's crazy, eh? Look at the force of the water here, and that boat is like right there. That's crazy. And here's Skyline Tower I was talking about, some of the hotels.
Our second casino.
Yeah. That's Fallsview?
Yeah.
Casino Niagara is way over there.
Yeah. It's, I don't know if anybody can see it, but it's like that white building with the little peak. That's the casino.
Oh, and you see the Ferris wheel, the Niagara Sky Wheel,
Yep.
off in the distance there. So
Rainbow Bridge.
the Rainbow Bridge is kind of what we're looking at, and the American Falls is what you see. It's actually on the American side, right?
Yep.
These falls over here is the Horseshoe Falls. A lot of people consider them the Canadian Falls.
Yeah, but 90% of it is on Canada, the Canada border.
There you go. That must take some skill to sail those things.
And if Mr. Joshi is still on, don't forget, we're going zip lining when it opens up.
Yeah, true enough. There's got to be a way for them to measure that, Happy Jer, but I don't know what the truth will be about the amount. Oh, hopefully fireworks for Canada Day. Kristen will have to enjoy that with Kira. I'll be out of town that day, but I'll be doing something somewhere, probably not with fireworks. Oh, the Maid of the Mist is on the American side. So that is famous in movies and television shows and things like that.
No, the Maid of the Mist was here.
Yeah.
Hornblower bought it.
It is for sure. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yes,
Okay.
but the Americans do have a boating cruise, but I don't know if they call it Maid of the Mist.
When I look on Google Maps, it says Maid of the Mist.
Then there was
So
two.
it's possible that they just kept it. Yeah, they might have sold half their company or who knows what. It's called Hornblower over here now. Oh, Mickey 404, thank you. That's not necessary, but it is appreciated for the culture. Thank you very much. Might end up being ice cream on Mickey 404 today.
Oh.
Mickey 404 is a friend of ours that actually has been with Jeff since the beginning of his Thailand adventure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and is a moderator for Jeff's channel and this and that, but now has come. So I appreciate the support, first of all, but thank you for that super chat.
Woo, super chat. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I only got monetized not too long ago, literally days. So I think this is my second live stream since it's been on. I wanted to do one of those monetization celebrations. I'll do it next week because I want to at least make sure it's going to work. So I'm getting battery warnings even though I'm plugged in to extra battery. I don't know how long I can keep it going. Hopefully it's gonna stick with us for a while. I've got this power bank plugged in. It's a 10,000 milliamp, whatever that means, thing. So I would think it would be powerful enough to keep us going, but just can't be sure. We're gonna go and look at the idea of hopefully eating right now, and then we want to keep you with us, but I'm at the mercy of my battery here. Yeah, remember sometimes we need content that's not only from Thailand. Yes, absolutely. I keep telling everybody, my intention is I don't expect to ever go to Thailand. Now, not that anybody wouldn't want to go, but it's not at the top of my list of places to go. Whereas Jeff and the whole community surrounding that culture, you know, that's the one thing they have in common. I follow it now because of Jeff, like all the streamers and stuff like this, but live streaming is a battery killer. So the other thing too, in all fairness though, I'm using an older phone. It's not that old, but it's an original iPhone SE. So 4 or 5 years or whatever it is. It served me well. I actually have 2 of them. One to chat on and one to thing. They're not both hooked up. One's tethering off the other. So I might be straining it that way too, right? But video in any way for sure is hammering the battery. I will be upgrading phones fairly soon. We'll see. I've been pretty much limited to not much more than an hour most times. So I've got this extra battery running. Hopefully it's going to help it not choke too soon, but we'll see. I'll give you another look back at that Canadian Falls for a second. We're going to go and try to eat there. That's another look at that Skyline Tower I was talking about. This is where I keep telling the story. Kristen and I went for a New Year's Eve for dinner. They have a rotating restaurant. It takes about 90 minutes to go all the way around, but you can imagine the gorgeous view. Niagara Falls is not a huge city, so it's not full of skyscrapers and stuff. The hotels are very prominent, but everything else is fairly flat. Let's make sure these cars are going to stop, or at least catch it on video. And here we go. That's all getting ready. Looks like they're getting ready for crowds over there, so maybe they are preparing for fireworks. See what we have here. Bit of a notice about social distancing and this and that. Are we going in this side? Oh.
What do we do?
Yeah. Kristen's gonna see what the drill is here. How are you? Live on YouTube. You want to say hello? You know what we'll do is we're gonna go way into the corner today. The reason why is because I was doing a live stream on Friday at another place, but I tend to speak loudly while I'm live streaming, and I don't want to disturb everybody. Wonder if there's a way for us to sit that I can have like still us but with the falls in the background while we're eating.
Why don't you just put it on the corner table and just have it pointed at the falls? We don't need to be in it. People don't want to see us.
Yeah, alright, well, that's what we'll try. We'll keep this going, like I said, as long as we can.
So we have to order, and they only have hot dogs, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, should have asked you if you even want that. But...
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, here, let me give you... Yeah, only hot dogs or hot dogs and fries even? Or no? Just hot dogs?
There's hot dogs and there's chicken dogs.
So can I have 2 hot dogs put in, please?
2 hot dogs? One?
We're limited with food, so it turns out the restaurant's not open, just the woman who was cooking over there. So we're gonna eat hot dogs for today, and that's the Niagara Falls. So you guys get a nice view. Kira wants to say hi. There you go. Kira will do a live stream later today playing Minecraft for the second time. I'm gonna slide the table a little bit so I can get the camera away from the plant. Restaurants always like when people rearrange furniture. Wonder if there's any better of a view of the Canadian Falls if I move it around. crazy, eh? Mist. I know I talk about it too much. I just can't stop being mesmerized by this. Lived here a few years now, able to come, you know, basically at any time, but I still love it. Thank you, Michael's Adventures. As far as I've seen everywhere, seems to be saying 2 meters, 6 feet-ish. Oh, Georgia Bulldogs playing Minecraft right now. Studio 8. It's interesting. It is very nice here. Thank you for checking in. So yeah, this is Niagara Falls, and I could probably give you a small bit of a better view of the Rainbow Bridge and the American Lookout there. Got that thing in our way, but I know it's off in the distance, but we finally found a place that we can eat. So on Friday, I live streamed from another restaurant. That was a wonderful experience for us. Thank you. Oh. Things have only recently opened up here in Ontario, and not for everywhere, not for Toronto and that area, but around Niagara and everything else. We can go to a restaurant and eat as long as it's outside on a patio. They're allowed to have these umbrellas for shade, but there's not a lot of sun right this second. I guess we'll move if we have to, but we're not really dying for, there's enough clouds, we're not dying for getting out of the sun right now. It's hot, but there's a breeze, especially down here. It's actually comfortable, no? You feel like that, Kara? Georgia Bulldogs playing Minecraft right now. Yeah, it is something else here. You know, that's one of the things, like, we joke about. Of course, it's a first world problem, but when we're eating dinner in places like Toronto, where I'm from, and this and that, you're often staring at concrete because you're eating at a franchise restaurant, and Costco and Home Depot are across the parking lot. So it's nice. In some other parts of the world, you get to sit, and when you're at a restaurant, you've got beautiful views, but I'm just lucky that I happen to live in Niagara Falls, so we're here all the time. But it does make for a much nicer view. I'm sure your name does get a lot of people to laugh. I had to read it before I wanted to say it out loud. Kristen and Jeremy have just gone over to get our hot dogs. And then, I don't know, we'll think about something else on the way if we're still hungry after. Nostro, okay, that's fine. I had to guess, right? I had to pick one, so that's why I called you Studio 8 at first. Are you in the chat, Kira? No?
I'm going to the chat right now.
Some people have names that are more creative than others. I was saying earlier, we like to do things on Monday and Friday. You know, I'm usually here 4 days a week, and then I work out of town 3 days a week in Toronto. But while I'm here, we like to go out on Friday or Monday when we're going to go out anywhere and do anything, because it's a little bit less busy. Niagara Falls, Canada is called the honeymoon capital of the world, and it's a monster tourist destination. So we find it to be a lot less busy on, as you can imagine, on Monday and Friday. Thank you, my love.
Sterling.
These are
And then there's ketchup and
these gourmet hot dogs for today. We're limited in the menu. Oh, thank you. Thanks for getting them too, lover.
no problem. Yeah, she doesn't take cash.
Oh. That's interesting too. Is that a lot of places are trying to push towards contactless payments, debit cards, credit cards, things like that. So they're not taking cash here. So. What are they charging for hot dogs?
$7.
Oh, $7
Yeah.
each.
It's Niagara.
That's 7 times. Kira, no, you're not having? Oh, Kira's not eating. You're just having one. You're just having one. So, $7 for that hot dog. But I guess they're doing it because they can get it, especially right now. It's interesting.
I ate before we left, so I'm not hungry.
They are right next to the falls as well.
Yeah.
They know a lot of people are going to come through and
Of course. That's the question, right? Would you rather pay $3 for a hot dog in town and just eat it wherever? Or would you like to be where we are right this minute and pay extra? I don't know. The only reason I mention the price of the food all the time is because people may want to know compared to their own areas, right? Often we have people all over the world watching. Ibrahim, thanks for coming back. Yeah, welcome to Canada indeed. Now I've got you staring at the United States though. As a matter of fact, you're looking right at the American Falls and their casino, Seneca, is in the background. Is your hot dog delicioso, my love? Well, thank you for hanging out. I am very lucky that I happen to live close enough. I grew up in Toronto, but I moved with Kristen 4 years ago. She's lived here for 25 years or so. And we're just lucky that we happen to be here. But the more streams that I do, the more I hear from people that it's like either one of or maybe even their favorite destination for a holiday. And I can see why. I like this town. You know, if you want to go to a beach and tan for 4 hours a day and drink imported beer, I understand that too. But this is a bit of a different experience. Georgia Bulldogs went to Vancouver once. I haven't been out there. Have I? Except for Quebec, I haven't been outside the province, to be honest with you. Jeremy probably hasn't, no?
PEI when I was like 5.
Oh, I forgot. Jeremy went to PEI, so he'll never remember that, but that's good fun.
Yeah, we've just been to Quebec.
Last summer, Kristen, Kira, and I went with my niece to Ottawa. While we were there, we crossed the river just for the sake of having dinner in Quebec. Brain has been to Vancouver also.
Oh. My cousin Lauren lives out in Penticton in BC.
There's a possibility we'll make it there someday because of that fact.
Mm-hmm. My Uncle John lives there.
What we got?
Vancouver Island is great, I bet. People always speak highly of it. It's more expensive than Toronto now. So the standard of living must be just fantastic. You can see the clouds in the distance. I don't know if that's what's coming, but we're apparently going to have thunderstorms tonight. We'll see, I guess. I've been a few places when I was young as well, and I vaguely remember. So it's understandable. Are you happy that we had this instead of Subway, even though it costed the same amount as Subway?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to get to work.
Yeah. Bouchard Gardens, eh? I haven't heard of that. Want these or no?
Pardon?
Want these?
Cold water was nice though.
Pardon me. We're gonna pick it up right now. We'll walk back down by the falls and then we'll just for a few more minutes. Thanks very much. It was, thank you. So we're heading back down towards the American Falls. Just chill for the traffic here. It's not too bad because it's not a weekend. I'll just give you one more quick look. There's the Rainbow Bridge, a little bit of Niagara Falls there, and the American Falls. And then we're heading back towards the car. There's a better look at the falls for you. That's the Horseshoe Falls. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I did a couple of other live streams over the last few weeks where I came down here and you got an even better look. The weather was a little bit nicer and there was rainbows everywhere and all that other good stuff. So I'll cut off for now and I will see you guys in about 4 hours, some of you, for Tuber Chat. And if you haven't already, just give me a thumbs up on the way out if you would. I'd appreciate it. And I'll try to do more live streams like this from time to time. Thanks, guys.